Hi, I'm Iamshivana, and today I'm gifting you the first of 7 episodes on what are chakras, how they work, and how they affect your physical body. So, what is a chakra and why can't you see it? A chakra is a vortex. It is a vortex like a doorway between two rooms. Your chakras allow energy to go into your body and be used like food, and they expel negative energy out of your body. Have you ever been to the seaside and gone down to the rocky area where there's a rock pool? There you will find all sorts of different things living on the rocks and in the rock pools, and one of them is the sea anemone. I don't know if you've ever seen one, but they're oval and they have little tentacles, and when the water washes in across the rocks, those sea anemones suck in the water and take the little amoebas and algae out of the water as their food. And then as the water washes out, they expel the sand and little bits of broken shell. So too your chakras bring in what you need and expel what you don't. You may say, how many chakras do I have? And that's a very interesting question. You have 7 main chakras and many minor chakras, hundreds and hundreds. Your main chakras are the crown or head, the third eye, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, and the sacral chakra, which is above your pubic bone. And the last but not least, you have your base chakra. Long, long ago, hundreds of years ago, there were 8 chakras, one in the belly button. And this chakra is starting to regrow in people. But we'll talk about that later because it's more advanced work. So each chakra is different. They're different colours, they're different sizes, and they have different functions. And you might be thinking, well, didn't you just tell me that they bring in energy and release energy? Well, that's true. They all do that if they're working or not reversed in their rotation. Chakras happily turn in a clockwise direction when everything in your world and your body is functioning beautifully. They can be stopped. They can be distorted. Like a balloon that's blown too hard, they can rip. And in times of crisis, you can have a radical rip where they actually fall in half. But down to the basics. A chakra is a living organism. It is part of your energetic bodies which actually belong to you. They're not some mythical thing that are floating around somewhere out of your reach. Your energetic bodies start right next to your skin, and we will be teaching on energetic bodies in the next series. Each chakra connects into a layer, and there are 7 layers to your energetic bodies in the beginning. As we advance through these courses, you will learn about higher layers and higher connections. But to keep it simple, you have 7 energetic layers, the 7th one being what you would have heard of as your aura or your auric egg. Each chakra is the master or the controller of a layer of your body, and each chakra looks after certain organs. So before we go any further on learning about chakras, I'd like you to shut your eyes and let's just see if you can imagine in your mind's eye where they are and what they might look like. I want you to start by placing your right, or if your dominant hand is your left hand, place it on the top of your head. Then I want you to imagine a basket woven out of white and mauve light, sitting with the bottom of the basket on top of your head and the opening of the basket up top. Can you see that in your mind? That is your crown. The next chakra is your third eye chakra. We're not going to go into the Indian names because that's what they call them in India. We're going to use the terminologies that we call them in the West. You can learn the Indian names if you want to look it up in any book. So the third eye chakra sits somewhere between your eyebrows, a little bit up, but everybody sits in a different place slightly. Just like your fingerprints, your chakras are individual. The next chakra is the throat chakra. And if you feel your throat, you might get a sense of where the root of the chakra is. And what do I mean by root? Well, your chakras, most of them, look like Norganvar ice cream cones, and the tip of the chakra goes into the center of your throat with another identical chakra coming in the back, so that the two tips, the two roots they call them of the chakras, go into a central current line of energy that runs up and down your body. And yes, you guessed it. If your central current line isn't clear, isn't functioning, it will seriously affect your energy, your mood, and your general health. The next chakra is somewhere between the breasts or the breastbone, and I found on most people it's a little bit sore on the spot where the front and the back join through into the central current. The next chakra is the solar plexus, and the solar plexus is down here. It's that place where when you're nervous you get really wiggly feelings or butterflies, or I think it feels like little worms digging. That's where your solar plexus chakra is, and the poor thing often has to deal with a lot of your emotions. So it's a chakra that needs lots of tender, loving care. It has its best friend at the back, and they work together on that level, the emotional level. Going down, jumping over the belly button, where your chakra will be in the future if you decide to do advanced work, that would be your 8th chakra. Your 6th chakra is your sacral chakra, and that is right above your pubic bone, and it goes in the front and out the back as well. So every chakra has a pair. The base chakra sits for women in the perineum, which is that skin between the vagina and the anus where they cut to have a baby, and with men neatly up against the back of the scrotum sac. And that chakra is singular and goes down between your legs, just like your crown chakra is singular and goes up above your head. So that's where your chakras are, and that's the basis of what your chakras do. In essence, they are similar to your nervous system in that they are connected to each other, they send energy from one spot to another, and they are alive in an etheric level, meaning that they resonate at a frequency that we can't see. That doesn't mean they aren't completely real. It just means that our eyes aren't adjusted to see into that dimension where those chakras lie. I can tell you, having worked for 23 years doing energy and transformational work on people, that they are extremely real. And once you start to understand them and connect with them, you too will have no doubt that these beautiful vortexes are working their butts off, trying to help you be as healthy and energetic as you can be. I hope you have enjoyed this introduction to the chakra systems of your body, and I will see you again really soon. All my love, Shivana.